Positive self-talk is a way to deal with stress. We all talk to ourselves anyway, whether you want to admit it or not. I talk to myself all the time. Um, so do it in a more positive way moving forward versus a negative way. So negative things would be like, I can't do this. Instead, say to yourself, I'll do the best that I can.
Or I got this.
Yeah, see, I'm good. Another negative thought is everything is going wrong. And even though it may seem like everything is going wrong, you can switch that up and just say, I can handle things if I take it one step at a time. Tell yourself that out loud, so that, and say it as often as you need to until you start to believe it. Another one is, and I found myself saying this one a lot, I hate when this happens. I say that a lot. And then you could say, and this was, one of you kind of brought this up, Althea, I thought it was you. Your response instead of that should be, I know how to deal with this. I've done it before. And that one hit me, I think, the most. Because instead of falling into a slump or a pity party, as soon as something happens, I'm like, I've been through everything. I'm good. I know how to deal with it. So if you're having trouble getting started, just try some of these positive statements, and I can get help if I need it. We can work it out. I won't let this problem get me down. Things could always be worse. If you don't believe me, go take a drive around Las Vegas. I'm human. We all make mistakes. That is huge, because you cannot place so much blame on you. We're our worst critics most of the time. I know that I am. And we have to realize that we're human. We are designed to make mistakes. We're not perfect. There was only one perfect one as far as I'm concerned. And then one of the probably ones that might be a little bit more tough to do, and you should practice this one probably even more, someday I'll laugh about this. Because I do look back at things that I've gone through that I was really stressing over, that I'm like laughing about today. So try that. And then I can deal with this situation when I feel better. And it's totally fine to say that, because you're not saying anything negative. You're telling yourself that you will be able to deal with this as soon as you feel a little bit better than what you're feeling at that particular moment, and that's totally fine. Those things help you to release stress. Now, some of the emergency stress stoppers. So like right now, I need something this instant because I'm about to jump out of my car and it's not going to be pretty. Been there and done that too. So count to 10 before you speak. Take 3 to 5 deep breaths. Walk away from a stressful situation, and then you'll be able to handle it better when you come back. Go for a walk. Don't be afraid to say I'm sorry if you make a mistake. I am huge on that, and I think I got that from being in the medical field, because you need to own up to your mistakes, because sometimes your mistake can cost somebody their lives in the medical world anyway. So you need to be able to own up to your mistakes and handle them appropriately. And set your watch 5 to 10 minutes ahead to avoid the stress of being late.
Unless you always remember to do Saturday. That doesn't always work.
Does not always
I be thinking in my head, I got 5 more minutes.
30 minutes late. That would not work for me. Break down big problems into smaller parts. For example, answer 1 letter or phone call a day instead of dealing with everything at once. That's me. I used to say I thrive off of chaos. I would say that all the time, and I had to realize that I had to stop saying that. Like, I'm inviting more chaos into my world every time that I open my mouth and say that. So I had to stop saying that. And in addition to that, be okay with saying no. I have a hard time with saying no to people. Like, I want to do everything. Everything that sounds awesome or cool to me, I want to do it. I want to be a part of it. I want to be involved. It's exciting. And I can't do everything. And I'm trying to learn that about myself. And it's so difficult for me because I want to do everything. I can't, And so once you realize that, you own that, you'll be able, and as hard as it is to say no, you'll be able to do it. So start to practice it today. Say no to somebody, just anybody randomly, I don't know. One of the other pieces of advice was smell a rose, hug a loved one, or smile at your neighbor. So find pleasure in every day. When you feel bad, find pleasure in something. Do something that makes you feel good, whether it's working out or writing or singing in the shower or
I do that.
I do it all the
All of the
time.
above.
It helps. It helps. And my mom has heard me singing in the shower.
You
I
know
go
what?
in the shower.
I put this. I reposted this thing on Facebook today that said I sing something about. I'm gonna paraphrase something about singing every time that you have a problem, because then you realize that
Yeah.
your singing is worse than your problem, and it makes you feel.
I think that's
me.
good.
Girl, me too. I be like, girl, I don't know why I'm not famous.